I hate hearing people saying it, especially parents to their children. Money doesn't grow on trees.
I think a lot more people have a subconscious fear of success, and that is what's holding them back.
When you finally see money as a tool, it loses its charge. So there's an emotional charge connected to money.
So I'm poor has the connotations that it is a permanent state of being, whereas I'm broke is a temporary thing that you're going to fix. Maybe self-care is about, I've looked after my money, or I've spent half an hour this month thinking about my money. I mean, like, come on. Welcome back to the Bungalow, where we slow things down, sit with the big conversations, and unpack the things that shape how we think, live, and grow. I'm Kim.
And I'm Nikki.
So, Nikki, we're going to be talking today about positive money mindset and how things that we pass off as fact can often negatively impact how we think about money. But first, as always, tell me what's been happening with the Bungalow this week.
Okay, it's an exciting week. We've had the structural engineer visit. So he was here for a number of hours in the loft outside, lots of tapping and measuring, all that sort of stuff. And he will be back soon with his report on how we're going to get rid of this chimney breast.
Oh, that's a big job.
It's a big job, and the builders won't do it without his report. So yeah, we need that before we can even get the quote for the work.
Well, I'm glad that you've got builders that won't do it without that survey. If you did, red flag.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I am buying at auction this year, and this week I have been viewing a couple of properties that are up for auction at the end of the month. I've been viewing a couple of properties with my builder, who is also my brother. He's my builder before my brother. Just kidding, he's not. We have, based on the pack that you get online, we've done a renovation budget and then going around to see these places in the flesh. Obviously, you're revising those figures. It's all about the numbers, as you know. So we have been viewing and revising figures this week before we start putting together what would be our maximum bids and figuring out if this is a deal we want to go for.
Oh, sounds amazing. What a great year we've got lined up.
It's really exciting. Right.
Yes.
So, positive money mindset. I think for me, the thing is with this is that we grow up with these things, don't we? That we just pass off as fact written in stone without actually examining if they're true, I think, a lot of the time. And really, it has a massive impact on how we move forward in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it starts from before you really even know what your parents are talking about. I think if you're growing up in an environment where you're constantly hearing, adults around you saying things like, I don't know if we can afford those bills, or we definitely can't get that this month, maybe next month, or, next door are going on this amazing holiday. Wow, I wish we could do that. It just sort of impregnates the belief into your head before you've even got a chance to change it, to be honest.
The interesting one I heard is, and this really it's sort of saying the same thing, but actually the impact is differently. Saying I'm poor versus saying I'm broke.
Okay.
So I'm poor has the connotations that it is a permanent state of being, whereas I'm broke is a temporary thing that you're going to fix.
Yeah.
And so even just changing one word in your sentence has a massive change in the way you see it and the silent connotations and how you act.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely true. So today we're going to talk, it's all about mindset. I absolutely love mindset.
And the thing is those offhand comments, right? We've all said them, I know we're both as guilty as anyone else at one time or another. The thing is about these offhand comments is that they can just so easily become internal rules, and maybe those are the internal rules that we've got from our own parents as we're growing up without even realising it. And I suppose really you don't understand their impact or their result until you're saying, oh goodness, I can't charge that for my daily rate, weekly rate, ask for that pay rise because I'm not worth it, essentially, is what they're saying. I couldn't possibly ask for that amount of money. Well, you can, and the worst thing they can say is no. So
Yeah.
so it's crazy, isn't it, actually?
Yeah.
Like an offhand comment and where it can end up because of how it sort of becomes a rule in our mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know the worst sentence I hate hearing, and I hate hearing people saying it, especially parents to their children? Money doesn't grow on trees.
Money doesn't grow on trees is it becomes a limiting belief, right? If we're going to go pop psychology on this, it's a limiting belief. It's something that we intrinsically then believe, but actually it limits us in life. And that's a big issue, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what everybody's got to identify. So step one, if you can identify that you've got these limiting beliefs, like, oh, I'm never going to be rich, or, there's just not enough money to go round and it's never going to be me.
Or XYZ doesn't happen to people like me.
Yeah, or I'm bad with money. It's like, why would you say, I'm bad with money and that's it? Do you not think that that's something that you could change?
100%. 100%.
Like, some people go their whole lives, oh, no, don't ask me. No, I haven't got any money. I'm bad with money. Don't be that person. It's like are you a morning or evening person? There's no such thing. There's just genuinely no such thing. You can change and create and be anything you want to be,
Yeah. And the thing is, even if you do think you're bad at money, as my children love to hear, practice makes perfect, right? They love it when I say that to them for the 11th time in a day. Practice does make perfect. If you do feel you're bad with money, it's not outside of your realm of possibility to get good with money. It's just about practice.
Exactly. So identify that it's a problem. So you've got to identify it as a belief that can be changed.
A good thing to ask when something pops up in your head about money, or if you catch yourself saying something, is to ask yourself, where does this belief come from? Because the thing is that even something that's negative or isn't doing you any good, if it's familiar, if it's comfortable, it's easy to sit in it, right? It's just easy to sit in it. And I think that's the thing that we would love for everyone just to become a bit more aware about, is actually, what is this that I'm thinking? Why am I thinking this? And actually, I think we would both be advocates of people taking a slightly harder path.
Yeah. It's a belief and it's harmful, but because it's familiar, it's just the norm. So identifying it, that's brilliant. That's, it's really good if people can do that.
I 100% agree with what you're saying, and it makes me think of that idea of scarcity versus abundance mindset, and I think that is also another huge thing with having a positive money mindset.
It's very rare that someone would have an abundance mindset when it comes to money, because it's so emotional. Do you know what I mean? It's just so emotional.
Let me ask you this question then, a bit of a controversial thing. I, at times, didn't have that much money growing up as a kid. And in some ways, it definitely was a scarcity mindset. There wasn't enough. But in my adult life, that has pushed me to work harder because I don't want to be in that position. But that is definitely so. But where does that sit though? Because obviously, the nirvana is the abundance mindset, right? Having that freedom in your thought, or if you think scarcity mindset is holding you back and abundance is for some reason got a dog running through a field with abundant.
I love it. With all the hat.
With abundant, yeah,
it's
tongues flapping. I don't know why. If you want to be that, it's a golden retriever running through the green field, right? Tongue flapping in the wind in terms of your money mindset. But actually, the scarcity mindset is a driving force for me because I don't want to be there.
Yes, I get that, yeah. But it's all about how it was dealt with as well when you were younger. It all depends on what happened when you were young, right? So you can have no money growing up, but if you're if your parents said to you, how can we afford that, as opposed to we can't afford that, then your mindset may have been shaped in a different way, even though you didn't have any money. So if you're asking an open question as a parent, even though you can't afford something, and you couldn't afford something when you were younger, maybe they didn't say, no, we can't afford that, which is a closed question. It's telling you something. It's basically telling you, we've got no money, we're poor, we can't afford that. However, same situation, same parent, same child, say to them, that's a great idea. So how can we afford that?
Yeah.
So it just opens up the question, makes their minds start worrying. It doesn't tell them that they can't have something. It tells them that there's a way of doing it. Like, let's do
Yes.
some brain Jenga and work out how we can afford something. So it doesn't always go hand in hand.
Yeah, I suppose the thing is, though, with that scenario that you've just described there, it's not shutting down someone's idea, it's problem solving a dream.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's the crucial
Yeah.
thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Another mum friend said to me that she says, rather than saying we can't afford that, it's I'm not choosing to spend my money on that.
Yes.
Now, it might be because they can't afford it that month, whatever, but for the child, it becomes a choice.
Yes.
Like, I'm not choosing to spend my money on yet more sweets for you.
Yes.
Or whatever it is, because
Yes.
actually I'm choosing to do this. So it's a powerful statement, isn't it, rather than a negative closed down scarcity mindset.
Yeah, exactly. You just say, do you know what, I'm going to funnel that money towards our holiday instead.
Does an abundant money mindset, though, mean a reckless money mindset?
Abundance is the fact that opportunities are there. You've got to keep remembering that opportunities there. It's growth. It's your mindset changing.
So it's like having a positive outlook on life. This makes me think that underpinning all of this is that sense of gratitude.
Yeah, I mean, gratitude, it underpins everything. It's basically you acknowledging what's working.
Yeah, because I guess when you're constantly thinking about what you don't have, it's like you're stuck on survival mode. Like,
Yes.
you're in that panic, that scarcity, right?
Yeah. But remember, it's the small wins, and it's recognizing what you've got now as well. So it'll get you out of that survival mode.
Counting blessings, knowing your skills, knowing how to solve a problem, basically.
And also to train your brain to make it not nervous around money.
Yeah, gratitude about money can come in some interesting ways, actually. Ways that probably a lot of us wouldn't recognise instantly. But, being grateful or having gratitude for a full fridge or paying those bills or, having that income, like, those are things to be grateful for, aren't they? But I suppose it's as well about being conscious and aware of that in order to foster that positive growth, abundance mindset, which will permeate everywhere.
Yes, it literally creates growth. And you have to be grateful for those things, don't take them for granted.
Another part of having a positive money mindset is about being very clear, having tangible, clear goals of where you want to be with money. Just saying, I want more money isn't a plan. Like, it isn't,
No.
That is airy-fairy nothingness.
Well, it's vague, isn't it? So vague goals will give you vague results, won't they? Yeah.
Vague goals will give you vague results. It's a good one.
So give yourself a goal, okay? So even if it's something like, I'm going to save £5,000 this year.
Yeah.
I don't know, it can help if it's towards something that you want to save for, deposit for a house, even just savings or investments. I want to save £5,000. And then just go into a way of how you're going to create that goal.
Yeah. It makes me think about my good old best friend spreadsheets. I talk about them most episodes.
Yeah, but the goals are not about the pressure. It's all about the direction.
But for me, spreadsheets give me that direction because I've planned it, I've worked it through. I know this, that my Netflix costs $12.99, whatever it is, and I know down to those pennies. I've worked it out, I've stepped through it, and so it is about, for me anyway, each to their own, about having clarity and setting those clear goals.
Intentionally managing your money will create the abundance.
Yeah, exactly that. But that's why I need that spreadsheet to work it all out and plot it. I can't do it on paper.
You can't be a dreamer as well. You can't just come up with things in your head, because it just doesn't happen. The power of writing things down, as you say, creating spreadsheets, will just turn you in the right direction and force those habits to change.
I wonder if, we sort of need to reframe self-care, because I think a lot of people hear self-care and they're like, oh, I've gone off to the coffee shop and I've read a book. But actually, maybe self-care is about, I've looked after my money, or I spent half an hour this month thinking about my money. I mean, like, come on. I saw this thing on social media and it was like, each dot is a month of our life. Right?
Oh, I saw it. No, don't.
Oh
I
my
saw
God.
that as well.
How many dots
No,
were
I know.
dedicated to scrolling on your phone? I literally wanted to vomit onto my phone as I was watching it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, take away a dot. Right?
I know.
Take away a dot of your phone scrolling time.
Yeah. And what it all comes down to, again, is consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency. Check up on your goals and on your spreadsheets monthly, quarterly, even yearly with some investments. It's fine. But just don't bury your head and let them, get away from you.
But I think honestly, you've got to keep assessing what you're spending, probably on a weekly basis, and I need to get better at that. But then just making sure that you're hitting that budget and not going over. Like, genuinely love yourself enough.
It's self-respect. It's self-respect, isn't it? It's nothing else. That's what it is, checking up on your goals. Yeah, you're looking after yourself.
Yeah, I need to. Do you know what I'm going to do from now on? It's here for the record. I'm going to set there's a specific time every week that I do this.
Yeah, it's not a punishment. But
that's the thing. I think it is reframing it, because I have thought of it as a chore in the past, because I'm not good with numbers. I'm not good at maths. And so it's something that's stressful to me. But actually, if I spent 15 minutes a week checking in, it wouldn't be this backlog that I've then got to deal with.
Yeah.
And panic.
Yeah, and it's moving you forward. The goal is moving. And what you're looking at, those numbers are moving.
Yeah.
And if there's any discrepancy in them, you've caught it early, you can change it. You're in complete control. It should make you feel completely in control.
I've got to think of it as self-care, not punishment. That's the key.
Self-care, self-respect, yes.
Now, this last one we're going to talk about, I'm going to let you go first, because this is your thing and it's a bit woo-woo.
Okay. I love woo-woo. Is it visualization?
It's visualization.
Okay, I know you let me get away with it quite a lot. Like, I do talk about visualization in quite a few of the podcasts, but I'm genuinely really passionate about it. It's really, really important. Yeah, I mean, it's the bridge from turning your reality, what's happening now, into where you want to be. It's really important. If you can genuinely visualize where you want to be, even if you should have visualizations for in a year's time, in 5 years' time, in 20 years' time. I even include my family in my visualizations as well. Like, I really think it's important. The more you truly believe that you're going to end up somewhere and that you're on a path to somewhere, it's just, it takes away all the risk, and it makes you feel like you're on your way there and you will make it.
I think a lot of people have a fear of failure, but I think a lot more people have a subconscious fear of success, and that is what's holding them back.
Yeah, that's self-esteem and confidence comes into that as well. They have a fear of, well, it's doom, isn't it? They think, they watch the news a lot. You see, I have stopped watching the news. So that's a big thing for me. That's really helped with mental health and positive thinking, looking forward. Not watching the news.
But it's also, I think it's that, like, people like us aren't rich type thought that comes into play quite a lot.
The the best thing about visualizing is that an image, so creating an image in your head, is really, really powerful for your brain. Like watching moving images, visualizing yourself, looking at yourself in 10 years, whether it's on that beach, in that amazing job, on the golf course, whatever it is, actually sort of closing your eyes, sitting down and just taking some quiet time and visualizing yourself where you want to be. Well, I just believe it will increase your chances just a millionfold of getting there.
I do think you're right, although you are a bit woo-woo. The one that I think resonates with me is forgiving yourself for past mistakes. I've talked on other episodes about I was in debt at one point, and look, obviously it was my fault. No one else is to blame. I was the one going out for dinner. Do you know how stupid I was with money? I used to go out with friends for dinner. I'd put it all on my credit card. They would pay me in cash. I'd spend the cash. What an idiot.
That happens a lot. One person puts the meal on their card
and I just
then
spend the cash.
Yeah, and it's gone in 2 days. It's absolutely gone.
Yeah. So that's how stupid I was with money.
Yeah.
But I had a really good time and I enjoyed my 20s, right? But you've just got to let it go. It's gone. There's no point in holding on to it and beating myself up.
Don't beat yourself up about the past.
Because that's negative.
Yeah, that's another good thing about, the visualization. You're rehearsing what it's like to be with money, and you're rehearsing and practicing what it's like to be where you want to be. So rehearsing it will just make you feel a lot more comfortable around money. So when it actually comes to the time when you've got the money, you won't be frugally sort of holding it back and just sort of saying I'm not going to spend any.
Yeah.
Because the abundance mindset is also really true with money. So money needs to flow. So money actually has a flow. So if you stop the flow of money, then it'll stop coming to you. So if you save, put it under your mattress and it stays under your mattress, and you block and stop the flow of money, it won't continue to flow back round to you. It comes in a big circle like this. So you have to give money out to get it back.
You are right, but I think I might start introducing a little jingle that I can press every time you go woo-woo.
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
No, I like it. I do like it. I'm not saying you're wrong, but that is an esoteric way of thinking about money.
Google it. You will see. Google the flow of money. You will see. It's absolutely crazy. And actually, I tested it and tried it, and it massively worked. So when I first learned about the flow of money, people were saying you must not stop the flow of money, which means basically greed. So and the scarcity mind. So greed and the scarcity mindset
are best mates.
Stops the flow of money. So if it stops with you, you're just got that one income of here, and that will slow down because you haven't continued the flow of it. Okay, yeah. It does have this natural flow.
Okay.
So yeah. It's incredible. Honestly, it's incredible.
All right.
But yeah, what you were saying, it's really, really important to forgive your past money mistakes. Really important for you, to be able to move on.
Yeah, 100%. Changing your money mindset isn't a magic overnight transformation though, is it, Nikki?
No, you've got to spend a lot of time thinking about it, and you've got to, in your mind, because when you finally see money as a tool, it loses its charge. So there's an emotional charge connected to money. But if you can look at it in a different way, if you can just look at it as a tool, it gets rid of all of the emotion. Oh, I want the money. Oh, no, I'm worth this much, I'm worth that much. It's so emotional. But if you let go of the emotion connected with it and just think of it as a tool for building wealth everywhere you go, and, basically creating abundance with it everywhere you go, it will completely change your mindset.
It's interesting. That is interesting. I like it. Well, I've enjoyed today. Thank you very much.
I've loved it too. Thank you for listening to my woo-woos.
But we would also love to hear from you. What is your money mindset? What are the negative things you heard as a child, which in your head became a fact, it became a belief and has impacted your world? Or is it something more positive? How do you positively think about money? We'd love to hear from you. Do drop us a comment below and tell us what you think. Thank you once again for being with us on this episode of The Bungalow.
Thank you for watching and listening again this week to The Bungalow.
See you next time.